Hey everyone, Joe Axman here. And I just wanted to do a very quick and short uh, overview of the Astro weather, so to speak. Um, let's not waste any time. Guys, you know what to do. Hit the like, subscribe, share button, all that good stuff. Uh, so the exciting news is that North Node just moved into Aries and South Node just moved into Libra. After transiting through Taurus, Scorpio for quite a while, couple of years. Um, we so what's interesting is that Mars now has gone from a south node influence to a north node influence, and Venus has gone from a north node influence to a south node influence. Uh, so the way north node works in transits is that it creates a desire, it creates a wanting. It doesn't necessarily create a materialization of that thing. For instance, whatever house North Node was in would be an area that you were pulled towards, but it doesn't necessarily manifest that quality. And conversely, wherever South Node was, created a sense of detachment, familiarity, and spirituality. But again, it doesn't diminish anything in the material, just like North Node doesn't increase anything necessarily, right? I think the planets would do more of that, and it could, depending on how you react to that impulse. But for me, South Node was in the first house, and so it's creating a lot of detachment from myself and a lot of desiring energy for companionship, for relationship, for connection with others. So now it's in Aries, and Aries obviously is very aggressive and initiative, all about the self, all about the individual, fiery, all the Aries stuff. But Mars, if we look at Mars is in Virgo. And so this is actually a great time to not only start things with North Node and Aries, but work hard, right? Because Mars in Virgo is no nonsense. It's really not an egotistical Mars. It's a service oriented Mars that wants to get shit done. Wants to serve itself and others, right? The Aries is all about self-service, doing things for I mean, I'm not saying that Aries is only concerned with herself, but the Aries archetype is about the individual, right? But the Virgo archetype is about service to others. So there's going to be a mixture of those two things, but both of these things are very physical. Um, so it's a great time to be physically active, to get stuff done, to start projects, to work hard and to do stuff. And Mars also is opposite Saturn. And Mars Saturn opposition, um, well, the Mars Saturn, whether it's conjunction or square or opposition, any tense aspect is going to create a lot of tension in different ways. I mean, Mars and Saturn can be very aggressive. I have Mars conjunct Saturn. A lot of highly aggressive type people have Mars in some difficult aspect of Saturn conjunct or the square or opposition. But it creates a lot of physical activity as well, because actually Saturn is the exaltation lord of Mars. Mars is exalted in Capricorn, Saturn's domicile, right? So Mars gets a lot of structure and discipline from Saturn, right? The opposition suggests a sort of relationship. So this could be a good time to be physically active with someone else, right? Like going on an adventure with someone, playing on a sports team, having a partner to go running with, things of that nature. Or it could be more, Virgo oriented, so work oriented, um, having a partner in something work oriented that's very physically demanding would work well for this. um combination. It's very competitive, very aggressive. It could be argumentative as well. It could be very fighty. Um, more so from the Mars side. The Pisces side, Saturn and Pisces. I mean, this is going to give Saturn a much more open and embracing quality, right? So Mars is going to be more the aggressor here, especially with North Node in Aries, and Saturn is going to be a little more passive in Pisces, a little more receptive. But anyway, there is still that Mars Saturn duality, their basic nature. We just had a new moon in Cancer, which is interesting because moon's in domicile in Cancer, so it's a pretty good dignity to have a new moon in Cancer. But very emotional, right? Very deep and emotional and quite existential. But the kicker is that it's opposite Pluto. And so what we're getting is very deep existential type emotions, potentially very destructive, very potent, very powerful emotional time. I don't know if you could feel it, but I certainly did. It's like, oh my God. Like, very, very deep existential. And Pluto's very psychological. So you might start asking yourself all kinds of, deep existential questions like, why am I even here? What's life all about? What am I doing? Like, what's death? What is death? Should we even be afraid of death? What is death like? Yeah, I mean, it can get very deep and dark, but just take it all with a grain of salt because Moon moves through the signs quickly, and you have to remain objective about it. Just because you're dragged into a deep, deep, dark existential place a few nights, it's not the end of the world. You're gonna come out of it. Just take it in stride, right? And then to top it off, Pluto is square the nodes. So Pluto is really in a tense position right now. It's not going to last that long. First of all, the nodes will move quickly, but Sun's going to move even quicker. Moon's already out of it. Moon's already in Leo, and that's creating a mutual reception between Sun and Moon by sign, not by degree yet. Well, soon, but Moon moves so quick, we're barely going to notice that. The real thing is that the square to the nodes is going to create a lot of tension for Pluto, right? Like Pluto and Capricorn at the analytic degree isn't difficult enough. Now we need it square the nodes. Like, really? Really? I mean, so wherever Pluto is in your house, whatever house it's in, that's going to create, it's going to be activated. It's going to create some tension. This is just really activating that Pluto, annoying it, right? Like you get this very powerful old psychologist, just like the most powerful old man wizard that you could think of, and then you start like poking and prodding him with the nodes of the moon. He's going to get agitated, right? He's going to be irritated because the square is not. It's a challenging. This is what I think of as square: two fists bumping into each other. It's not like the opposition. The opposition can create like it can be very good or very bad. Like you see accidents, you see murders, you see different things with oppositions. With the squares, you just get really tough time where you either shape up or get steamrolled over. Life comes at you fast and hard with the square, but what it wants you to do is step up to the challenge and work harder and be better. So Pluto can create problems for you wherever it sits. Pluto and Capricorn, especially like having to do with authority figures, leadership roles. I mean, these types of people and those roles might become more aggressive, more active, more proactive, right? Especially with North Node and Aries, right? North Node and Aries is gonna get the ball rolling, especially physically. North Node is the fire star. Aries is the fire starter, and that's gonna activate this initiation of new things, whatever that new thing is, and it's going to be square Pluto. It's going to have that Pluto influence, Pluto and Capricorn. So it's going to activate all the heads of, all the powerful, tech overlords and government junkies, to do whatever, impose their draconic tyranny over the people. all the psychopaths are going to step up to the plate with this combination. So yeah, that's fun. That's real fun. I can't wait for Pluto to move into Aquarius, because that'll be more interesting than Pluto and Capricorn, right? Pluto and Capricorn is just too heavy-handed. It's just way too goddamn heavy-handed. Like, we're all sick and tired of Pluto and Capricorn. We're all sick and tired of getting locked in our houses and forced to wear masks over, a made-up uh, flu virus, right? Like, I mean, just I'm not trying to. There's a whole bunch of funny business. Not into wanting to get into that, but we've had enough of the tyranny. I'm sure a lot of. I think we all have. Um, so yeah, I mean, Neptune is still in Pisces. We've already been through that. We got this, and then so South Node in Libra. So we were feeling very sort of hungry, right, with the North Node in Taurus for money, for what I mean, Jupiter and Taurus is still there, so that's it was sort of doubling over with that. It was just like, oh my God, give me all the money and the food and the luxury with North Node and Jupiter and Taurus. Now Jupiter's still in Taurus, so there is still that quality. We want to hoard, we want to hold on to everything, we want to buy more food and store it, and you know, keep it underground and keep it packed away. And but now there's an element of letting go with South Node in Libra, because Venus is being activated by that, right? So even though Jupiter's still in Taurus, South Node's in Libra, so we're letting go. We're a little more relaxed about all the hoarding of the money and the food and the wealth and the materialism, right? We're just like, okay, relationships is more on the relationship side of Venus. Libra, we're just like, okay, take a back seat. Let's get active. It's a great, if you want to start an exercise activity routine, going to the gym, doing that, getting fit. North Node in Aries is excellent for that, right? Because it's activating the Mars in Virgo. Mars in Virgo is very health oriented, right? So it's going to really lend itself to. So all that hoarding and the eating of the chocolate cake with North Node in Taurus, we can burn it off now with North Node in Aries, right? So good time to lose some weight, good time to get in shape, just in time for hitting the beach. I mean, okay, maybe it's a little late, maybe you already want to have that beach body, but there's still some summer left to get in shape anyway, if you need to. So there's that. I mean, on a personal note, I'm happy to have South Node off of my ascendant, because even though it's very nice to be spiritual and I love that, for me it's like I already have too much of that, and I need a bit more I don't know, worldliness, I guess you could say, like, so I don't end up homeless because of lack of I'm not complaining. I'm just being having fun. Too much spirituality leaves me not worldly enough. Let's just put it that way. So I'm happy that South Node is in Libra. And North Node is in Aries. It'll be, more proactive time, and also good for this quite heavy depressive, new moon in Cancer, which I don't know if you felt, but I was certainly having a depressive kick going on with the opposition to Pluto. It's like, oh my God, so heavy, so much emotion, so deep, dark, existential, all that. Any case, that's pretty much it for the astrological weather. I mean, I could go over a lot of stuff, but it just moves so quick that I just don't care. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, oh my God, the moon's doing this and that. Like unless it's a new moon, like, who cares really? It's moving so quickly. So is Venus, so is Mercury, even Mars is going to move pretty quickly. So is the sun. The main ones are the nodes, the outer planets, right? Saturn, Jupiter. We still have Jupiter and Uranus and Taurus. Uranus is shaking up Taurian things. Jupiter is making us want to hoard everything. Jupiter and Taurus, and overeat and indulge and be lazy. But North Node in Aries is going to help out with that a lot. So that's really good. South Node in Libra is going to make us feel detached from Libra and Venusian type things, right? Venus will move into Virgo soon, and We'll have Venus and Mars, and so that's a great time to get in shape. Great time to take care of your health. Great time to get to work and do stuff. Supported by North Node and Aries. Be productive, right? Be service oriented. Stop being lazy. So now's the time to do all that. Get in shape. Be active. Be physically active. Be competitive. Go for a run. Go for a jog. Go play somebody in tennis, right? This opposition, tennis, sports, dueling, I don't know, have a roller skating competition. I don't know, whatever you feel like. Any case, that's it for now. Very short, quick astro weather update. I don't know if I'm missing anything major. Maybe I am, but it seems like the main thing. All right. Anyway, I will see you guys again soon. Okay, bye.